voice artists on the show
Really?
before.
Oh,
Yeah, so tell us about the projects that you've done. I think one of the children's projects that you did that kind of popped out and was interesting was Patibot.
Oh yeah, I used to do a lot of voiceover for Batibot.
Your
I'm
character.
What was your
like
character?
most of the voices that you hear on that like that TV show or children's show are my voice. Yeah,
So-
but that's the latest one, not the old one, because most of the people there are already old. So.
Right, right. And then did you do Grudge? I thought I read it
Ah,
somewhere.
well, I used to do one of the character. Parang ako yung pumalit dun sa original one. But there's another one called Coco Quickwak. I used to do voices for them. I don't know if you know Kiko Maching, no?
Yes.
But the later one, I'm the one who did the voice. Kasi there's an original one. Ako yung pumalit. The voice sounds like this. Magandang araw mga bata! Something like that. And also Brian here also does a lot of voiceover work that you can hear everywhere you go.
Which one would we recognize?
Well, for the most part, people would recognize the voice behind the LRT line from Purple to Santolan Station. So if whenever you ride the train, you'll hear the guy who says,
What?
"Thank you for patronizing the LRT. Wishing you a safe and convenient journey." And to some extent, yes, some of the commercials that you hear on television, one of the iconic commercials maybe that I've done is I don't know if I could mention that. It's about this ice cream commercial where there's this bouncer guy who has a flashlight. If you remember that,
Yes, I
that's
know
my
that.
voice. The guy who said, "Tugs, tugs, tugs,
Yeah,
sige,
yeah,
sige,
yeah,
sige, 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 sige."
And also, I don't know if you know this commercial, the two puppets.
Two puppets,
Like,
okay.
is it okay for me to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
It's like,
sure.
Pa baby bo, bagong bibo,
"Oh, anong sikreto ng bagong bibo?
tikman mo.
Paano? Puppet ako. That's my voice.
So we do a lot of voices, but you know, doing character voices, the one that we do, like we're doing sound alikes, is just a part of the big amount of work that we voice actors take on. We do, you know, voices for animation, computer games. We also do voices for corporate videos and commercials. And,
But
and
how are
stuff
you
like that.
able to? How did you learn to do that? Is voice acting something innate?
Well,
it's a talent, or can it be trained?
It's a talent, and you can also learn it from, you know, because 10 years ago I went to the U.S. I learned voice acting in the U.S. and just last year I was invited to speak to the International Voice Acting Convention, which is the Voiceover International Creative Experience. I am the only Asian and Filipino amongst the Americans and the Europeans, and it's a privilege for me to be there.
So can anybody be a voice talent?
Yes, as long as
Yes.
you have a voice.
Well,
As long as you have a voice.
we have a few requirements.
Okay,
You know,
what are
the
these?
first step is you have to have good reading skills. All right. Second, you must be able to take directions very carefully.
Right.
And third, you have to have a very pleasant, or not just very pleasant, but a pleasant, decent speaking voice.
Yeah.
Somebody would come up to me and say, "I have this kind of voice where my voice cracks so often, and people mistake me for a girl," you know, and all those stuff. But if people can understand how you speak, I mean, clearly, without any ailment or anything, because we're not, you know, we're not doctors of the throat or the mouth, then probably you'll fall into the category of becoming a voice actor. Because, you know, everything we do here is industry-based, and we've learned it through a long time, or a long process. No, nobody becomes a voice actor overnight. But we started very early. That's the good part. When I started in this business, I was first a DJ. I was in broadcasting, and my partner Troy was also doing his part in
Radio and TV.
radio and television. So we both came from different parts of the industry, and we jived together in one of a radio drama project.
And you also do a Voice Works. It's a first voice acting workshop.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
VoiceWorks has been operation since 2005.
Yeah.
We have currently produced like more than
1,000.
a thousand participants, because we don't only talk during our workshop and seminars, but we also go outside and give talks in schools and universities. And we tour the Philippines, you know, talking about voice acting and promoting it as an art, because we want people to recognize that there is something to the voice that maybe people want to hear.
Yes.
And that's why they're getting you for a commercial or for, you know, to represent the company. I mean, how would you feel if you call up a phone and, you know, somebody talks there like, Sir, kasi wala pa po si ma'am eh. Nandun pa po sa kabila po, bumili po ng ganito.
And also, we promote voice acting as an art, not just a career or something to you're gonna earn from.
Yeah.
How young can one start?
As early as 2 to 3 years old.
2 to 3
As
years
long as
old.
the kid is
Pwede
willing
na
to.
yun.
Yeah, my son has
I know.
done a
The
lot
younger
of
the better.
voiceover work for me.
Yeah.
So he's really good. He's only 8 years old, but he can do a lot.
Start
and
him
you're
young.
also you're also a youth advocate.
Oh, yeah.
So what exactly is what
Well,
do you do?
I founded Voice of the Youth Network. Basically, Voice of the Youth Network is about encouraging every Filipino youth to believe in themselves in creating positive social change through ICT and media. And right now, I have a radio show called Voice of the Youth Radio, and it's being aired on Radio Inquirer.
Yeah,
So
and-
most of
and,
the
yeah.
time, I give opportunities to young people to voice the issues that affect them.
Right. Right. What
Yeah.
kind of issues nowadays
Oh,
are affecting
a
you?
lot, like
There's a
lot of-
unemployment
there's a lot of
and
stuff.
youth apathy. And I also have a program called Voice Care for Teachers. I'm teaching teachers how to take good care of their voices because teachers use their voices 12 hours a day.
Yes.
Imagine that. And aside from that, they don't know how to take good care of their voices. And I also teach them the voice acting for effective teaching. You know how
Like,
to.
like how should I teach
for,
your
like,
son?
For example-
especially for children.
Well, you know, there are a few things that you have to remember when you're teaching and taking care of the voice. Because if you lose the voice, you don't have any, income or anything like that. Like stuff like salabat. You know what
It's
salabat
good
is?
for the voice?
It's not good for the voice.
It's not good
Yeah.
for the
Yes.
voice.
You should
Okay.
avoid salabat because it
Really?
burns out your throat when you're speaking. Coffee, milk, and
But
even
can you can't take it if you're about to speak. But you
Yes.
can take it under
After.
times of the
Maybe
day.
after.
after or maybe way before your speaking engagement, but never.
Not before.
And that's my problem.
And not
What
even a
else?
cure. Not even a cure for like sore throat or
Right.
even like
Wait, I didn't
namamalat
know
ka.
that.
There's no cure for hoarseness in the voice.
What else can affect? What else can affect
Cold
the
or
voice?
hot water,
well, of
which is
course,
better?
cold water. There's juice that has pulp. That's also bad for us. Very sweet drinks. Alcoholic beverages also. Parang wala na kaming buhay, no?
Tubig na lang talaga.
Yeah,
And what's
exactly, just
good?
water.
What's good for the voice?
The good for well, anything that's warm actually that can pass through very easily through the throat is very good for the voice. We're also not allowed to eat in full whenever we're performing, and a lot of the things that we should also consider are making exercises before a performance, facial exercises, stretching, and stuff like that. Those are the things that we teach in our workshop.
Okay.
Please enlighten us and give us a sample, more
Okay,
of the
well,
sample.
sige, we have a short skit that I could.
Oh, great.
Yeah, great,
Okay.
great. Okay, I'm gonna start it off. Alam mo, Corina, meron tayo mga grande pagtitipon dito ng mga voice, talents at saka mga artista, no? At para pagbalitaan po tayo dyan, nandiyan po ang ating patroller, si George Chorizo. George! Tama ka dyan, Ted, kung saan nagaganap ang isang pagsasama ng mga magagaling po ng mga artista. Ito po, kasama po natin na hindi lang po artista, pati po yung mga politiko, no? Ito po, kasama po natin si former President Erap.
Thank you for inviting me here sa Solar Daybreak. Thank you.
Hindi po si dating President FBR.
First of all, I just want to say good morning, everyone. Mabuhay para sa Philippines 2000. Ay, 2030 na pala.
At syempre po, andyan po si Gloria.
Oy, salamat sa pag-imbita nyo sa akin dito sa Solar, no?
Kasama rin po natin yung mga kaibigan natin sa industriya. Ito po si Mike Enriquez.
Magandang araw po sa inyo mga ka-solar. Ay, ka-araw pala. Excuse me po, balik na ako sa kabila.
At si Ray Langit.
Buto ba sa langit ang tamaan, huwag magagalit niya.
Si Kuya Kim.
Ito po si Kuya Kim. Kayo po ay naliligaw. Ay, naku, naliligaw pala. Dahil sa bawat pagsulok ng panahon, laging tatandaan, ang buhay ay solar-solar lang.
Thank you, Kuya Kim. Si Mark Logan, nandito rin po.
Hoy, binabati ko ang mga nanonood dito sa Solar. O, di ba taray ng Lola?
Ito po, kapasok lang, kabago-bago lang po mga artista. FPJ.
Ay, masasabi ko lang, mabuhay kayo. Mabuhay ang sabihin ng Pilipino.
Si Babalu.
Ano ka mo ang aga-aga ginising mo kami, nabuhay tuloy ako.
At si Dolby.
Sasha, andito ako ngayon. Mahal kita.
At mga paborito niyo pong characters po, kasama po natin si SpongeBob, mga kaibigan.
Hey, come on, Patrick. I'm here in Solar TV. Thank you. Ay.
Si Mickey Mouse.
Oh, come on. I'm here in Solar TV. I'm so happy.
Bugs Bunny.
Yep, what's up, Doc?
At yan po mga balitang nakalap natin sa mas malawak na pagpapatrol. Kami po ang patrol ng Pilipino naglilingkod sa inyo saan man sa mundo.
That's great.
We just want to show you how
Yeah.
powerful the voice is because people take voices for granted. Actually, if you could flash the image of this guy right now, and we want to show you that people, whenever you see an image of someone, you automatically relate to the voice.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a sample. Can we do that? The Morgan Freeman
photograph?
sample. We have a.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I can do the Morgan
Morgan
Freeman voice.
Freeman, please,
Yeah, yeah.
on the screen.
Yeah,
Here,
we
behind
have
us.
that. We have that on screen.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah,
go-
here,
there you go.
here.
So there, right
Okay.
now, you're probably reading that line in the Morgan Freeman's voice, and just because you saw the picture of the guy,
Then you already have an image.
Yes.
Or you will
Imagine
more or less
it.
imagine how
imagine
to
it
say
now,
it.
right?
Uh-uh.
It's in your head. Now, what
Yes.
if Morgan Freeman read this? Okay. And sometime I'd lower my voice like this and speak in my Morgan Freeman's voice. The most satisfying thing about this image is the fact that you're probably reading this in the Morgan Freeman's voice. It's amazing, this phenomenon. Just by simply seeing a picture of someone, your brain instantly connects the most memorable thing about them. There could be anything in this world written on this image, but in your brain it would sound amazing because you have Morgan Freeman narrating it. To the sprinkles.
Okay.
Wow, I was transported. I thought Morgan Freeman was in the studio.
Yes.
Well, he is.
He
But I
is
didn't
the
hear
voice.
some.
That's great. Yeah. So you
Yes.
do obviously, yeah, you do impersonations.
You do impersonation. Well, let me correct that. It's not called impersonation. It's called sound-alikes.
Yeah.
Sound alike.
Impersonations, you can see the person, like Willie
You have to act it
Nepomuceno.
out.
Yeah.
But we don't do that.
We
Okay.
voice actors are not supposed to be seen on television or on stage. We're always behind everything.
Oh, not supposed to be seen, but it's
Yes.
not like a rule.
Well, technically it is the rule.
Once you say voice acting, it's unseen voice performance.
Yes. Performance behind the mic, somebody that's unseen, and the message communicated properly. So whenever you go on stage, you're automatically referred to as a impersonator, stage performer,
Right.
comedian,
Actor. You're not a voice actor.
but not a
anymore.
voice actor.
But it involves acting.
Yeah.
Because
It does.
your voice
It
has
does,
to be
it
able to
does.
project.
And to like to
Just
yeah,
like
yeah,
just like you, once
Ang
you
hirap
are
namin eh.
behind the
Yung
mic,
mga Amelin,
Ang
right?
hirap nga.
if you're on radio, you are considered a voice actor already
Radio drama.
because you're not being seen.
It's just all
Even
voice. So you
your
have to
broadcaster.
project even more because
Yeah.
there's no visual.
Well, the last thing that we want to tell everyone is that we're not just looking for a voice. We're looking primarily for the heart. Because everything that we do and perform behind the microphone has a big chunk of the heart into it. So if you don't have the passion to do voices, you're not cut to make this business.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Well, that's actually great for last words. But anything else you want to add?
We'd like to invite everyone to attend our VoiceWorks acting or VoiceWorks seminar series. You can call us up at the hotline 239-6468 or 408-3308, or maybe just visit our website www.creativevoices.net, or you can just Google Creative Voices or VoiceWorks Philippines.
Yeah,
VoiceWorks
just had
Philippines.
our Facebook account, Creative Voices Productions.
Productions.
Yes.
Okay,
Alright.
great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Pacholo
much. Thank you.
Gonzalez and Brian Matthew Ligsay. Thanks for coming to Daybreak.
Thank you.
And let's get back to the news. A Manila City Regional Trial Court has issued a 72-hour temporary restraining order prohibiting the transfer of 15 customs collectors to a newly created office under the Department of Finance. In a 3-page decision, the court stopped Finance Secretary Cesar Purisima and Customs Commissioner Rufy Biazon from reassigning port collectors to the Customs Policy Research Office. Under a customs personnel order signed by Biazon in September 27 collectors were reassigned to the CPRO, a new research body tasked to review tariff and customs administration policies. The 15 customs officials who sought the TRO on their transfer said the order violates their constitutional right to security of tenure. We now have on the line Customs Commissioner Rufy Biazon. Welcome to Solar Daybreak, Commissioner Biazon.
The viewers, good morning.
Good morning, sir. So, sir, how will the TRO issued by the Manila City Regional Trial